Have you ever imagined waking up in a world that hasn't caught up with you yet? Not like showing up late to a Zoom call, but actually arriving decades into the future. Sounds insane, right? But what if I told you that in 1935, a man named Sir Victor Goddard may have done exactly that? This isn't science fiction. This is a real-life event documented by a British Royal Air Force officer, and the details are chilling. And before you start thinking, okay, what kind of sci-fi rabbit hole are we diving into today? Promise this story will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about time, reality, and maybe yourself. So buckle up. Things are about to get weird. In 1935, Victor Goddard, a respected officer in Britain's Royal Air Force, was flying a routine training mission over Scotland. As part of his route, he flew over an abandoned airfield in Drem. At the time, it was little more than a wreck. Weeds, rusted planes, cracked runways, nothing remarkable. But then things got strange. On his return flight, just a few minutes later, the weather suddenly shifted. A violent storm surrounded his plane, battering it with wind and rain. Then as quickly as the chaos started, it stopped. Victor emerged into bright sunlight and found himself flying over the same Drem airfield, only now it was completely different. The airfield was no longer abandoned. It was busy hustling. He saw mechanics in blue overalls working on unfamiliar yellow planes, a color the RAF didn't use in 1935. The planes themselves were models that hadn't been designed yet. He even noted the way the runways were paved, something that wouldn't be standard until years later. He was stunned, confused, probably wondering if someone slipped something in his tea that morning. But here's the twist. 4 years later, in 1939, the RAF refurbished the Drem airfield. They paved the runways, used yellow-painted training aircraft, and dressed ground crews in blue, exactly as Victor Goddard had seen it. Coincidence? Or did Victor just slip through time? Okay, time out. Quick question. If you accidentally time traveled to 2090, would you spend your one shot looking at an airport, or would you finally see what TikTok has evolved into? Spoiler, probably just holograms of cats dancing. Anyway, back to Goddard. Skeptics say it was just a hallucination. Maybe he fell asleep at the controls, or his brain misfired under pressure. But Goddard never wavered from his story. He was a disciplined military man, not someone prone to fantasy. And over time, more stories like his emerged, people claiming to glimpse the future, then finding their visions validated years later. Some scientists call these anomalies time slips, spontaneous glitches in the timeline possibly triggered by stress or magnetic fields. But if that's true, can it be controlled? Can we harness it? Here's the scary part. If time isn't linear, then what else is up for debate? Your past? Your future, your decisions, is your destiny already written, or are you just a second away from bending it? Imagine this, somewhere out there, right now. Someone could be accidentally walking into our future. Not by stepping through a portal, but by standing in the wrong place at the exact right time. The Goddard incident isn't just about one man seeing an upgraded airfield. It's about how fragile our reality might be. What if time is more like a tangled web, and every once in a while someone just slips through a gap? It forces us to ask questions we can't answer, and yet we keep asking them. Here's a fun challenge. After this video, write down where you think you'll be in 5 years. Then check back in 2029. If you're right, well, maybe you're a time traveler too. Or just really good at planning. So, was Sir Victor Goddard a pilot caught in a storm, or a traveler caught in time? The answer may lie not in the past, but in what happens next. Because what if the next time slip is yours? If this story blew your mind, hit that like button. If you want to explore more real-life mysteries that sound stranger than fiction, subscribe and turn on the bell. Because at Sensei Mystery, we don't just tell stories, we time travel through them. See you in the next one. Maybe sooner than you think.